on you in seconds, and there is nothing you can do. And how many of you are prepared for a situation like that? Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Jason. I was thinking to myself, this is probably the most vulnerable of a position that I'll ever be in, right? I'm soaking wet, I'm dehydrated, I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning. I've been working hard, building a deck all day, and then I went through a jiu-jitsu class. It's been a big one. And if someone wanted to take advantage of that, take a stab at me right now, this would be about as easy as it would get. I am the least prepared right now that I probably ever am, other than maybe sound asleep in my bed at night, perhaps. But anyway, so I was talking to my daughters, and I was getting kind of worked up about it as I started talking about it, because honestly, it pisses me off to think that there are douchebags out there in the world. They're scumbag lowlifes that will take advantage of somebody in a weakened position, or a weaker individual, such as a young female walking out to her car in the middle of the night. And I started getting pretty mad about it, and just thinking about that situation infuriated me. So I started talking to him about it and wanted to kind of express the importance of just situational awareness and paying attention to the surroundings. So as they come out of the building, let's say they were on their own, right? Or let's say I'm on my own, right? I'm not impervious to attack either. I'm probably a lot less likely to be mugged or attacked by some guy than a 110-pound female, but still, let's say I walked out of those two doors over there. Before I even walked out, I would take a look around. When I poked my head out the door, I'd look left and I'd look right, and I'd see if there's any suspicious activities going on. And as I walked towards my truck, let's say, well, first of all, try not to put yourself in this position in the first place, but let's say that I'm the only one in the parking lot. I worked late or whatever, and I'm coming out and I'm the last one here. I'm coming out to my vehicle, and as I get out to my vehicle, I'm kind of just looking at behind the vehicle. I'm looking to the front of the vehicle. I might even do the weirdo thing of looking underneath the truck and looking for legs, right? You might look like a weirdo. You might feel like you're an idiot, but who cares, right? It doesn't matter, because how easy would it be, this situation right here? Look, you're me right now. The camera is me, right? Would-be attacker right here. On you in seconds, and there is nothing you can do. And how many of you are prepared for a situation like that right there? It would be so easy for me to take advantage of a female. My wife right now is holding the camera. It would be so easy for me to take her down to the ground right now. It would be,
I'd kick you in your nuts.
yes, all the eye gouging and the nut shots, all that stuff is fantastic, sure, but there's nothing she could do to stop me if I wanted to hurt her. And it pisses me off that there's people out there that will do stuff like that. So we need to be ready for it. We need to be prepared for it. Guys, make sure you're carrying something that you can defend yourself with. And like I was saying, I'm at my most vulnerable because when I walked out of the jiu-jitsu studio today, I had all my gear in this small little drawstring cinch pack right here. I emptied out my pockets. I threw all my normal EDC stuff is in here. So if you're thinking of normal EDC gear, whatever you imagine that is, it's in here. It's in my bag. But how kind of useless is that, right? I had this on my pack, and if you were in that same situation, guy comes around the back of the car and jumps me, I can't get to it, right? I can't get to it in time. How many of you, like my wife, for example, carries her, you know what, this thing here in her purse? Could she get to that in that situation? Would she be able to get to her purse and effectively use that tool in that situation? Absolutely not. It's not going to happen. So one of the things that I want to, speaking from personal story here, I want my wife to start carrying a sharp pokey thing, because nothing says leave me alone, get off of me, like a really sharp pokey thing. And they're easy to get to, they're easy to carry. A lot of ladies, the attire that they wear, the stretchy yoga pants and dresses and stuff that they wear, carrying a concealed, doesn't go with their attire that easily. It's not comfortable, so they just don't do it. But a small, sharp, pokey thing, much easier to carry. So I'm going to look more into that and see if I can find the right item. But anyway,
I always wore my knife necklace when running right down those trails.
You always did. But anyway, so, all right, so situationally aware, paying attention. If you see another car pull up, right, you see You need to be profiling the heck out of people. You can call it whatever. I don't care. You need to profile everyone. If a sketchy person walks up to or comes your way, don't let them close the space. Don't let them close the gap. Yell at them. Tell them to stop. And if they continue, even after you scream at them and tell them to stop, that means that they are up to no good. And there is absolutely no shame in turning, tuck a tail, and running the other direction as fast and as far as you can. Don't try to run to your vehicle and fumble through your keys and all that nonsense. That's stupid. Don't do that. Run the other direction. If there's an opportunity to go back inside where other people still are, go do that. If you need to go get an escort to have them walk you out to your vehicle to make sure that you're safe and you're not being abducted in the middle of the night, then do that. Don't be ashamed to trust in your instincts. Don't be embarrassed to do the thing that might save your life. There is so many, the world is full of evil individuals out there that will take advantage of people, steal them, and do God knows what to them because they are stronger than them at that moment. Take advantage of a weakened person in a weaker position. And it's my job, it's my responsibility to ensure that I can stop that from happening to the weaker people, right? It's my job to ensure that. That's why I do jujitsu. That's why I train with firearms. That's why I do all this stuff and I stay fit and I stay strong, because I don't want to be in that position where I can't help. First things first, spot the threat before it even gets close to you. Spot that thing a mile away if possible, way before. If you see a sketchy vehicle come into the parking lot, take a look at it. Let them know that you see them. Lock eyes with them if you need to. Let them know that you see them and you are visually focused on them. Don't have your head down on your phone. Don't be fumbling with stuff. Pay attention to what you're doing. Have a plan when you go to your vehicle so you can get in that thing quickly. Go ahead and lock the door, start that thing, and get moving. Don't stop for people. If someone says, hey, what are you, tries to stop you, just keep going, right? Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't be friendly. Don't be kind in a situation like that. There's situations where you can be friendly and kind to strangers and stuff, but a situation like this in a dark parking lot by yourself, ain't it? A lot of times, I think, especially females, get into dangerous situations because they have a false sense of security. It hasn't ever happened to me before, so it's never going to happen to me ever in the future. And that is a scary, dangerous thing. They also think that because they've taken some self-defense classes or possibly, even firearms training and all that stuff, that they can take care of themselves. But again, how easy would it be for me to run around the side of this truck and be on top of somebody really, really quickly? And even an average man can overpower the most elite female athletes out there. So keep that in mind as well. And unfortunately, 95%, I think, of the people watching this video are males. So I'm probably preaching to the choir a little bit, but you can always share this video with someone that could actually really, really benefit from this information and just open their eyes a little bit, make them more aware of the potential threats that are out there. And just like having easy access to a pew-pew, if you're not going to carry one of those, you should have easy access to a knife, a sharp pokey thing. Have it on there's all kinds of different options for concealing these type of things on your belt, on your ankle, on wherever. There's all sorts of options out there. Look into those. Just make sure that they're easy to access. You can quickly get to them in a moment's notice. That's going to be the key. I would not recommend a folding knife of any kind. Even the locking ones, even the spring assisted ones, all that stuff, I would recommend a fixed blade knife that's going to be ready to go as soon as it's out of the sheath. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd love to talk to you in the comment section on this one. This one is near and dear to my heart because I have a wife, obviously, and I have young girls that are growing up. One of them is turning into a woman before my eyes, and I'm not happy about it. And it just brings these topics much, much closer to home. See you next time. I'm Jason Salyer with Survival Dispatch, and when disaster strikes, will you be ready? Power outages, natural disasters, economic collapse, threats can come in a lot of different forms. As a Survival Dispatch insider, you'll be able to gain the knowledge, the skills, and equipment necessary to protect your family when it really, really matters. For pennies a day, you can gain instant access to our team of survival experts that has decades of experience under extreme conditions. They'll provide crucial information on such things as stockpiling food, medical necessities, communication plans. We can deliver proven techniques to help you get home, shelter in place, or bug out safely. You will receive specific, actionable plans to withstand disasters from start to finish. Don't leave your family's safety to chance. As a Survival Dispatch Insider, you can face the worst with confidence. We make disaster preparedness simple and affordable. Join our community of survivors today. Visit survivaldispatch.com to get started.